Welcome one, welcome all. There's another episode of Inside LOL, the second episode of course. I am Jay Atkins, and without further ado, let's jump straight in and go into the recent PBE update, because there's been some big changes to the game in the PBE update. Changes to champions like Karma, Twisted Fate, Master Yi. Some changes with boots now, where you can't actually troll as Taric buying multiple sets of boots, which is kind of a shame, because there's nothing funnier than trolling as Taric showing off your collection of boots. Also, the addition of the undo button, which is a huge deal, big factor in the game. How many times have you purchased a second set of boots when you didn't want to and been like, oh, it's a waste of $325. You can now undo that purchase and get the cash straight back. So a huge addition, much needed in my estimation. And the second story up for discussion today on Inside LOL is the recent change in the visa situation in America. Players now having the process expedited, of course, is a huge deal. It means you're not going to see any more issues with sort of last-minute visa problems, or you shouldn't at the very least. Obviously, secondary, it's recognition of esports as an actual legit sport, which is a huge deal. And anytime that the House of Congress is going to recognise that, it's going to give players more protection in the long run. So, only a good thing for esports in general, definitely a good thing for League. Now let's take a look at the Week 6 LCS results, of course, with the European teams heading out to Tenerife. Did the action match up to the heat of the sun? Well, in this reporter's estimation, it certainly did. The resurgent EG, after making recent changes, which we will discuss later on, they actually took down Fnatic, who've recently adjusted their roster, and also MYM. So now we see 4 teams tied for first place in the EU LCS split. It's all still to play for in Europe. Meanwhile, in North America, Cloud9 continue their dominant streak, beating TSM and Curse quite handily, so they still sit atop that table, and rightfully so. Well, Riot have finally got around to releasing the Udyr Spirit Guard skin. It has come out at the special sale price of $19.50, so if you're looking for a bargain and you are an Udyr player, I implore you to go and check it out. It's really cool. They've released a comic to go along with as well. You can find that by just opening your client. It will jump to $32.50 though, so snap it up at the bargain price of $19.50 now before the sale ends. As mentioned during the Week 6 recap, we are going to now take a look at Snoopeh's decision to step back from the active EG roster, of course. He's brought in Sascha as a replacement, and they've also picked up the recently removed N-rated from Fnatic. He's now going to be filling the analyst role. This was all brought on by Foxdrop's analysis that hit Reddit, of course. He did point out that EG are still somewhat stagnant on the Season 2 meta. They haven't really evolved the jungle game. It's now all about, of course, the bruisers coming out of jungle and doing damage early at level 3. EG really haven't evolved it to the point where they've actually incorporated that into the game. Soaz had some comments, some choice comments on the matter, which kind of stirred up a bit of a controversy, as you can see on screen. The quote from Soaz is as follows: N-rated analyst for EG and Sascha the new jungler? I personally think it'll be worse for them. Let's see if N-rated will be useful for them or not. Good luck to them though. Obviously, he did receive some hate for his comments, and his rebut to the hatred was, fan-stroke haters are really blind nowadays. I am truly sad about it. I will start posting less on my Facebook from now. Sorry, but you guys give me a headache sometimes. You don't have the right to judge people you don't even know. I didn't say anything bad about Chris, and please stop bashing Yellow. He deserves so much more than that. Makes me sad. He's the most motivated guy in the game, probably. His comments are somewhat not favourable to the actual setup that EG have adopted. Your comments on the situation, leave them in the YouTube video below. Obviously, the link to the InterLOL story is found in the description as well, so you can join the discussion over at interlol.com. And finally, let's take a look at the Riot decision to release Smurf accounts to the North American LCS pro players. 2 goals in mind: one, to establish if ELO hell does exist. Take it from somebody who's caught in ELO hell at the moment, it certainly does. If Riot beg to disagree, then I'll disagree with them on that fact. Obviously, the second part will be to improve player experience across the board. So keep an eye out, you might see some of your favourite pros smurfing all the way from bronze to challenger. Anyway, that's going to conclude this week's episode. I implore you to check out the links below in the description. By all means, continue the discussion over at interlol.com for every topic we've discussed here today. You will find links to do so. Follow us on Facebook, rate us, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. So from myself and the whole team here at InterLOL, goodbye.